Insurance is a scam. Good talk. Bye. Okay, just kidding. I mean, like, I'm serious, but we have more to talk about. Y'all look at all this, okay? Just look at it. I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of this mess that I've created, and I don't want anyone to see it, but now I've got to clean it, and life happens. And I'm here to say, if you feel bad about your mess, don't. It's just really easy for me to finish up a project and come throwing things in the garage where I don't have to look at them anymore. But I have to move out of my house now. Why do you have to move out of your house, Brienne? Well, I would love to tell you, but I'm gonna have to tell you right after I go dump this tractor bucket of things off, because it's about to rain on me, of course. But I guess while we're down here and before it does start raining on my head. Hi, what are you doing over here? Anyways, I'll go ahead and do a feed time. Let's eat! Let's eat! Let's eat! So back to the whole insurance thing and having to completely move out of my house. I thought I would do a little bit of a story time that is going to tell y'all how I feel about insurance. And I think it'll also explain some things about me. I think it'll give some reasoning, some insight to why things are the way they are in my life right now. Some of them, at least. It is a scam. And if you have been following my channel or my family for a very long time, 2+ years, let's say, you may already know this story, but we're gonna do a refresher. We're gonna tell it for everybody new. So this is a home, just a glimpse of my home, okay? And this home is less than 2 years old. It's brand new, less than 2 years old, okay? Keep that in mind. Lived in this house just shy of 2 years. But 16 months ago, May of 2024, we had a flood. May of 2024, record high waters when the East Fork of the St. Jacinto River, which is Morrow Hill's back property line, came out of Banks. I would like to first be straight by saying, Piggly, leave Feather's toes alone. And my family in this house specifically, we were so blessed that water didn't flood the inside, because some of my family up here in other houses, they did. Just to show the depths, no pun intended, the depths of the situation that we went through, I'm gonna replay some of that video for you guys, okay? This is what I'm looking at from the front door. My steps have washed away. My front porch steps are gone. It's okay. Okay. We have drove up to G and Pop's. Laramie's gonna wait there. I'm just gonna see if we can see how much water got inside. Things are trying to float off the porch at me. Definitely in the house. Goodness gracious. This is gonna make me cry. I have no words. We're gonna drive over and see if we can't check out Jake's place. My mom and dad's house did not have any water in it. Buddy and Steph checked theirs. Buddy and Steph also checked mine, but they didn't go into the master bedroom and stuff where the water got a little higher on that side.
fishing poles are all in there too.
He got his trike stacked up there. All right. I'm on the ground right now, I think, so I can pull a little closer here, see how much water. So that's where we are. And just to clarify, okay, I want to make it clear. I'm not complaining about what we went through. I understand that we are very blessed, and there are so many who have been through so much worse, so much more recently. All of us up here were able to work pretty quickly on getting people back into their homes, and I was able to just move right back into mine. This is about insurance only and how they're playing me, how they ghosted me. And I think like the worst part of it all is that I can't even just stop paying these people even though they ghosted me. There's so much to unpack here, really. From the videos that I just showed of the flood, and when we came and checked, it was a little bit after the water started to go down already, but you could see that water didn't get completely inside my house. The only problem, the only thing that was wrong with my house was the insulation underneath was wet. So I filed the claim, and when I got a call back on the claim, was argued with if I have flood insurance or not. My position, of course, being that I do have flood insurance because of what I went through when I bought the new house and had it moved in here. Because right there on that tree, you'll see that stake with that pink ribbon on there. That's the flood line, okay? The whatever line I had to have marked. And I know for a fact I had to have that done because that stake, the same stake, that exact stake, the very one, was already there when the previous house sat here, okay? I lived in a house here before. And in order to have this house put in, I had to come have that remarked. And I paid $600 for that permit thing, for them to tie a new pink ribbon on that same stake in the tree, so that I could get flood insurance, because my zone and I have to. So anyways, that argument took so long. Finally got an answer on it. They moved forward on removing the insulation. I got some money for that. And that's where we stopped, right there. This has been uninsulated for probably over a year. So the house being uninsulated at that level for so long has caused a slew of problems itself, which maybe we'll talk about in a minute. But I will say this, okay? The insurance company did give us the money to remove and dispose of the insulation and re-insulate the home, okay? But we didn't make it that far because when the insulation was torn out, that crew and the inspector we had to have come out after said that because it's kind of funny now, okay? I can find a little bit of humor in it because if I don't, I'm gonna cry. Because the insulation stayed under the house wet for so long, the particle board that they used for my subfloor had soaked that up, say like a sponge would, and it caused a lot of variations in my floor. Next, what we're looking at here are the photos that I had to take to send to the insurance company because they refused to send an inspector to add things to our claim. And this is a 4-foot level, but it all the way up against the wall. And what that's showing to the insurance company is that everywhere that there wasn't weight sitting on my floor, like a wall or a vanity or the shower, whatever, I guess, everywhere that there was no weight has expanded about a 1/2 inch. So anyways, as I was saying, I was instructed to email these photos to my insurance adjuster, which I did. Y'all know how long that took for her to get those photos in her email? Like 8 months. Y'all, honestly, I've prayed for this woman because it is all I know how to do, okay? At one point during this whole debacle, she had to have surgery, okay? And I prayed for her. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I prayed for more than just her physical health, okay? But that's all I know how to do. But when she was out of the office having said whatever surgery, the person who filled in for her made movement on our claim and said that he got these photos to a text line that she never told me about. And then when she got back, she said she couldn't find them and wanted me to email them to her again, and told me it takes 2 days for her to get an email in her email inbox like it's being delivered by the Pony Express. I almost feel bad for even talking about it, okay? Because everybody's got their issues. But I just wish that if she couldn't handle my case, that they would have reassigned me to someone else as I requested. And you know what happened when I requested? I got a text later that day that I had been reassigned to the same adjuster. Anyways, after months and months and months of this and like threatening to get an attorney and yada yada, they finally sent an inspector, and then they finally cut a check. And then the mortgage company wanted to hold half that check until all the work was complete, and the contractors didn't want to wait for all the payment until the mortgage company sent their inspector, and it's just been a whole thing. But that's finally led to us moving out of our house, and I'm so very grateful and excited to get it fixed, and at the same time just wish that all of this mess was over. I can't wait to have it fixed, because not having insulation has led to problems like obviously the higher electricity bill. There's no physical barrier under the house anymore to deter bugs. We have an ant problem, bad. And then on top of that, it's just a hope and a prayer that when they start tearing out this floor that has now soaked up moisture, that there's not mold and mildew in there. I don't know how long we'll be out of the house. I'm going to have the floor torn out, have another inspector, someone to look for mold. But all in all, it's a blessing that we have, that we can do it. It's getting done now, and we can make sure that it is once again safe for our family to even stay in, because this is absolutely crazy that it has taken 1.5 years. I am ready to move on from it and feel like I have been so tied down by it, trying to deal with it and spending countless days and hours on the phone with these different companies and getting quotes and sending this. I'm exhausted. 1.5 years, y'all. Like literally, we're just shy of 16 months exactly. And I just feel like it still haunts me. I have a fence to finish back there. Gotta move out of the house. Need to do the well house, but gotta move out of my house first. So many projects to do that just line up and stack up endlessly. And meanwhile, I'm wasting hours on the phone. Luckily, we have had the garage placed and all of the big furniture and items that need to be moved out of the house, because we do have to move everything, the entire, I think they measured, and it's like 1,400 something square foot of floor being cut out and replaced. All of that, all of it's gonna have to stack up in the garage. Also, super thanks to Jake and Lissa. Not thanks to moving away or anything like that. Like, thanks for letting us use your place back here now that you have moved out. So I guess in that way, it taking 1.5 years, maybe that was a good thing. I'm grateful we have somewhere to go that is still right here on Morrow Hill, because they have said that we can move in here while our house is being fixed, and that means not much of our daily routine has to change except our sleeping arrangements. How much better could that get? Anyways, that's my story time. That's what I've been through. That's why I think insurance is a scam, and I've been getting been held in this chokehold for like a year and a half, and also I'm just grateful that it's going to be done. So say a prayer for me as I move out of this house. And I don't know why they didn't just total this thing and get me a new one. See y'all later.